Anything else, Sergio?
I'll go for another one. Okay, this is an easy question. Cortex project was created due to the rise of NFTs trend.
No.
And what will happen if the market changes radically to another trend that is not NFTs? And will you adapt, or will Cortex keep developing everything related to NFTs?
Cortex was really founded and built so that individuals could own their own data. And the lawyers will get upset about using the word own, but really for individuals to control their data without any dependencies on third parties. Because I think Josh and I both saw that as a very difficult thing with how a lot of systems are architected, that we all want to be human-centered, individual-centered, that give people control over what they have and what they create. And I think that's a big frustration with the web today, is that, when you sign on to a platform, your stuff really isn't yours. And so the heart of Cortex is solving that problem first. And the fact that you can own NFTs in this same environment, and that you can have NFT domains kind of came later, but we were working with NFTs back in, or the idea of NFTs back in like 2018, very early on. So it's not, for us, it's not really a new phenomenon. The last 6 months have been, the kind of the world waking up to what you can do with NFTs, but it's not a,
I don't think
not a new idea.
Yeah,
even like CryptoKitties and CryptoPunks are from 2017, 2016.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think people have realized yet that NFTs is more than a digital art or something that can be used to represent game features. They are actually a quite useful technology, and that, as you said, for example, Unstoppable uses NFTs to demonstrate ownership, and those are ways that NFTs can be used, and maybe even be applied in the future to, who knows, the voting system, to so that you are able to demonstrate that you are the one voting in some random election. And NFTs can actually have many different uses that are not the ones traded in OpenSea, the CryptoPunks and others that, okay, they're nice, they are rare, and that's why they cost a lot, but they actually are not useful.
Yeah. And the main technology underneath Cortex is the Ubase data layer. You had a separate name for it, right? Like Ubase distributed data protocol. Yeah, he came up with a cool new name for it. But that was some of the original technology that Ubase was working on for healthcare and things like that, well before NFTs were ever a thing, even before CryptoKitties. And even this version you see of Cortex here doesn't actually have the NFT piece that comes from Butterfly built in. So besides being able to having a wallet address and being able to hold NFTs, Cortex doesn't rely on them that way.
No. NFTs are just another thing that Cortex can integrate.
But it's
just one thing.
Yeah, since it's a wallet, anything new that comes along that uses crypto wallets, Cortex can add fairly easily if it makes sense. Right.
Yeah, but I think it will. Right now, I think people are running into difficulties in how they're managing and using their NFTs in different environments, but we are quickly entering a place, I think, where it'll become so inexpensive to create NFTs or any kind of digital proof that almost everything that you do online will have a digital proof of some sort, and there's going to be a need. There's going to be a big need to be able to manage and put those those proofs into an architecture, and we're probably really well suited to be part of that architecture the way that this is constructed.
Yeah, I also have I want to bring this in. This yacht trend. You remember when I talked to you about this?
Yeah.
How is Cortex better? I mean, obviously it's much better because yacht is basically a link tree in blockchain with emojis. It doesn't do much. They're quite limited. But how?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what they seem to have a lot. You know, I'm not going to disparage them. I think what they're doing is kind of cool.
For you.
But it seems like they have some things that they haven't quite released yet in terms of what they're going to do. They've done a great job of marketing.
Yeah.
A phenomenal job of marketing. But it seems like they have some cool things in the works. I'm interested to see what they're going to do. And I think the point is you can, with Butterfly and Cortex, very soon you'll be able to create Yat-like domains with emojis. You can speak more to the Butterfly aspects of that, but this will give and maybe there will even be ways we can integrate with Yat. Mm-hmm. But this gives a whole new architecture that can kind of live underneath that.
And Butterfly supports emojis, so
yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean you could easily, when you can start registering Cortex domains, you'd be able to register one that's all emojis, and inside the Cortex app and anywhere you would just use the emojis and you wouldn't need the .crtx. So yeah, but like Leonard was saying, there's, we're in an exciting space with crypto, and there's a lot of different people doing different things, and going at things at different angles that they may be considered competition, but it's a very innovative area right now, right? So there's space for everybody to grow, and where possible, we want to integrate and work with these things. Someone's doing something cool, why not work with them and leverage it? There's room for everybody here. It's big.
Yeah, and I think you can also you can use characters, you can use emojis. There are some downfalls to using emojis. I think they'll probably be great for mobile, but they are a bit cumbersome, like on desktop. If you want to, how are you gonna? And all those, those problems will be solved. But it is something to be aware of, that maybe there's some limitations there too.
Yeah, that is something we notice on the Butterfly side, is that when we're creating it, we're like, oh, this is cool, we can do emojis. And then, when we started doing the auctions and stuff for some of the initial top level domains, the emoji ones were the least popular. Right?
Yeah, that's the thing, that most people, when looking things up in internet, they're actually in their computer. Especially in crypto, where, at least me, I'm always with my computer next to me, and looking for something that is an emoji, it's quite uncomfortable. I mean, you could copy paste from Telegram chat and then paste them onto the URL of some website, but it's really, really uncomfortable. So, I mean, yeah, it can be fixed, especially Yat is integrated in the Opera browser, so they'll probably have something over there that allows them to search it easily. But for now, I see it as a bit of a limitation, personally.
Yeah, I think we've always been focused on keeping things as open as possible. We've always tried to be as protocol or blockchain agnostic as much as possible, and that's why as you mentioned, Sergio, you don't see a lot of like on-chain activity here, because we want things to be open so that you can work across chains. And we're working on some things with Earth 64, they're still in development, but we're excited about in terms of making a really completely cross-chain environment with inexpensive NFTs. So there'll be more to come on that too. But I think at the core of who we are is really wanting things to be as open and usable across environments as much as possible.